Buenas and welcome to Vasili's garden. Yes folks, I'm walking down the middle of the street. Check out the gardens around here. Have a look at this one. Check out the veggie garden. No, it's not the veggie garden. We've got the curb here. This is the nature strip, folks, and our crazy wacky gardener here today has been planting it out for everybody to enjoy. Let's go inside and meet him. Hey Paul, how you going, mate?
I'm going great, Vasili. I've got to learn more about these bugs though.
Oh, you got a bit of problem on your cherry tree and your pears?
Yeah.
No worries.
It's peach cherry slug or something.
Pear and cherry slug.
Pear and cherry slug, that one.
We're at Paul's house, folks. We're in the front garden here.
Good to meet you.
Likewise. Now, Paul, we've come to check out your garden. You're a bit of a crazy gardener, as we
Yeah.
can see there on the nature strip.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job inspiring everybody. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your history.
Well, lived in Moreland all my life.
Yep.
And used to work at Kodak, studied accounting, and then I ran an organisation called Bicycle Victoria, and I set up lots of the rides, and then I did an MBA, and I played marketing consultant for a while, and
You NBA basketball, is that?
a Master of Business Administration. There you go. So
All
long
right.
ago, I almost forgot. And then I did all sorts of odd jobs, and I set up some events and set up my own event company and did some events in South Africa and all over the place. And so now I do some odd jobs here and there.
You build basically gardens in your own backyard, I think.
Well, that's what I do now. Yeah.
All right. So how long have you been here in Pascoe Vale?
Well, I've been in the house for 20 years, but I've really only been gardening for maybe... I started 10 years ago, but really properly maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
All right.
A fella moved into the bungalow and he said, can I plant some veggies? I said, how do you do that?
Yeah.
And he says, can you do that?
Yeah.
And I said, you mean like that? He said, that's
Yeah,
exactly. You just
Yeah.
get the seed and you go like that and you come back and eat the stuff. And so he started me off, and then I was busy for maybe 5 years, but I was doing a little bit, and we put some trees in.
Yeah.
And then the last 5 years I had more time in the house, so we've done a lot. Yeah.
Wonderful, mate, because you've explored all avenues in gardening. It's not just throwing seeds in the garden, is it?
Yeah.
There's
There's lots
actually
more you can do.
exactly. You've got aquaponics going. You've got compost heaps going everywhere.
Yeah.
You've got a beehive,
Yeah,
chickens.
yeah.
What else is there?
I think that's about that. Lots of water collecting. So we plumbed all the house, and we've got tanks everywhere.
So you're harvesting the water. You've got solar panels going on out there.
Yeah.
And you're about to set up a little trout farm here.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, folks, we're going to have lunch here today, and we're serving trout.
Yeah. Or silver perch today.
Oh,
Trout,
silver perch.
trout in 6 months.
All right. Mate, it's a bit of a jungle over here.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah, you got your
Should
olive.
get the
What do you got?
secateurs out.
Olive
Olives,
tree?
and this is a strawberry guava. Or
Oh,
cherry
beautiful.
guava.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been picking fruit?
Oh yeah, from that we get. There's someone there now, and we get jam every year. We make from that.
You've
Beautiful.
got some for me to taste? No. All right.
No, I've got something for you. To
All
taste.
right. What are we looking at here?
So this is a 1,000 litre tank that I had laying around, and this was the first aquaponic system that we made.
All right.
And I made it from bits of pieces that I found, and then I bought some stuff.
Yeah.
And I studied it online for probably too long before I was brave enough to give it a go, and then it was much easier than I thought.
Okay, explain to me how it works. We've seen a couple in the past, but yours looks like this is an above ground tank sort of thing. It's
Yeah,
not
it
one of
is.
those pond things.
Yeah, no, it's an above ground tank because, well, hadn't figured it out yet. I've got some other ones that are below ground.
Yeah.
And so in here, this is 1,000 litres.
Yeah.
So I can fit in about 30 kilo of fish.
That's the ratio?
Yep. Yeah, 1,000 litres, you can fit in about 30 kilos of fish, or 30 fish at 1 kilo,
Okay.
something like that. That's the maximum you can do, so you might do a little bit less. And then the fish poo in the water and we in the water, and they add ammonia, and so we pump the water up to the grow beds, and in the grow beds lives the bacteria.
Okay.
The bacteria turn the ammonia into nitrate, and then we plant in the grow beds, and the plants take up the nitrogen, and they grow like mad.
That's it. Do
And
you have to add any other fertiliser to it at all?
No, the fish don't like anything added.
Okay, so you can't spray the plants either?
You don't spray the plant. Well, you can, but you'll kill the fish.
Okay.
And I get people, even when they come and they're working on the plants or in the fish, I get them to wash their hands just in case they've got something
Contamination,
on it. Yeah.
Insecticides or fungicides like
fish
that
don't
too.
like anything.
All right, so how many grow beds do you need per 1,000 litres?
For 1,000 litres, well, two this size, and they're basically 2 metres by 1 metre.
They're like a big bathtub,
Yeah, big bath.
not as deep.
Yeah, they were bought specifically for it, but I've done some other systems because they're quite expensive, so I thought I'd try some other systems on some other...
Let's go and have a look at them. This is the first garden bed?
This is the first grow bed that we built, and there's two of them, 2 grow beds per 1,000 litre tank. And this one, we haven't got any fish in at the moment. I'm putting some trout in next week because you've got to wait till it gets cold. Yeah. And this, I'm just keeping the plants alive. So there's some strawberries, carrots, some chard, and some watercress over here. The watercress grew like mad last year. It was all over on the floor. When I was first reading, they were saying that if you use scoria, which is like that, which is probably a better stone because it's got more holes, so there's more space for the bacteria to grow in it.
Yeah.
But people said it was too sharp on your hands and when you're digging in. But I find I don't dig in much. When I want to pull out a plant, I just pull the plant out.
Hey, check it. Have a
There's
look
some
at those.
carrots.
I mean, they're not the perfect shaped carrot. They're nice and hairy. That's okay. How old are these?
You know, I don't know because we let them grow to seed and then they fall down. So I don't keep
self-germinated.
So everything in the garden we pick the biggest one and we let it go to seed and then it self-germinates. And so these might be a few months, I think.
Yeah, well, they'd be a few months. That's fantastic. Now, we're talking about this stuff here. You mentioned earlier, Paul mentioned earlier, this is the actual, let me just get the furry bit out of the way. That's the growing medium. Now, that's a clay outer surface with charcoal, you know?
I think I'm not. It might be because it's got black on the inside.
Yeah,
so
it looks like charcoal. So you've got charcoal, which gives you the calcium release, and obviously the clay and all the bacteria living on the surface there will convert all that fish liquid fertilizer into nitrogen for the plants to eat. That's fantastic. Now, you're talking about, now they are expensive, folks, to buy per bag, and they come in what, 20, 30, 40 litre bags or something like that?
Yeah, like that.
All right, and underneath here, give me a second. Where's your scoria, man?
Okay, you got to go right there.
You can use scoria also. Now, there are different grades of scoria. We're talking about the red volcanic rock. There are large ones.
I can't find it there.
You've got no scoria?
Go over.
Come over here, let me show you this one.
If you look carefully, it's got all those little holes,
Yeah.
and that means all the bacteria live in it, so you get more bacteria.
Yeah.
And the best part is it's so cheap.
Yeah.
Like the balls were about, I don't know, $20 or $30 for a bag,
Yeah.
and the scoria is $40 for a metre.
Yeah, there you go. So you can do 2 or 3 grow beds easily with a metre of scoria and just top it up on top with a little bit of calcium, which is basically your grow balls.
Yeah. When we have Indians come to the house, we've got a Sri Lankan fella sharing our house with us, and he has his friends over. They all walk past and they see the curry tree. They say, "Oh, I can't believe you grow a curry tree in Melbourne." I said, "Well, this one grows all right."
Give it well-protected environment there so you don't get any winter frost on it and it'll be fine. So how old's this tree?
Maybe a year and a half.
That's
something
doing
like
pretty
that.
good.
Maybe
It's a little bit slow in growing, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a bit slow. Is this a good spot, you think?
Excellent spot, mate. So you're not getting a lot of winter frost here because you've got this feijoa there in front of it. You've got it underneath this framework here. So it's doing well. Look, have a look at it.
Yeah, it's going all right so far.
This is another grow bed?
Yeah, so they were digging up the storm water just down the street and the pipes arrived on these bits of wood and I said to the fellow, "What are you doing with these?" He said, "Oh, we're just throwing it away." I said, "Oh, I'll take it away for you." So I collected them all and they kept saying, "Oh, what are you going to build with?" I said, "I don't know." And I kept going down with my bike and picking them up and bringing them back. And then we came up with this idea because with the other aquaponic systems, the water is pumping around all the time, and but it's in pipes, so we don't get to enjoy it much. So we thought we'd make the tank, instead of making a tank, make a pond, and instead of having the water going through the pipes, build a little river that it goes into so that we can all enjoy the water some more.
So you've got water going into here. How long does it hold the water in before it's released, or does it flush out straight away?
So I've got a flood and drain system, so that means that I pump the water up. The pump goes on 15 minutes every hour, and it floods up to here. And I'll show you the brains of the outfit. I'll just go here.
All right.
And that's this thing here.
What have you done?
Well, what happens is...
Oh, you've just taken the plug out.
Yeah, that's the plug out. And normally it fills up to here, and that determines the height of the water in here, and then it overflows down there.
All right.
So 15 minutes it goes up to here, and it doesn't go any higher.
Okay.
And then through these little holes, it takes half an hour for the water to drain back to the lake.
All right, so it'll fill up to here, then it'll take half an hour to drain from there. But you don't actually take this out.
I don't take it out.
So you allow
leave that in there.
And how did you measure the volume? How many holes you needed?
Well, what you do, so I drilled one hole and I timed it, and it took 2, and then I drilled another one.
There you go. There you go. That's the Greek technology for you, mathematics for you. Pythagoras, eat your heart out.
Yeah.
Drill a hole, wait for it to drain out. Okay, and what happens from here? So it drains out from here every half an hour?
Yeah, so the water comes 15 minutes an hour, it fills up, and then it takes half an hour to drain,
so
and then
there's 15 minutes of
nothing.
dryness.
Yes, that's
Good,
right.
so we can breathe. And it comes out through here. Now you've created a nice water feature. Check this out, folks. So this is your holding pond, I suppose?
Yeah, well, instead of having a tank,
Yeah.
we now have a pond that we can all enjoy the water, and little kids can come and fish here if they want when the fish are big enough.
Yeah, and what are you going to do about the birds?
Well, I think I'm planning on putting in some things for the fish to hide behind. Maybe some milk crates or some pipes.
Oh,
or
they can get
something.
in underneath there so the birds can't get them.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be pretty good. We're in the middle of the veggie patch, folks, and we've got cars all the way around us because we're on the nature strip. The council's approved this, hasn't it?
Well, I haven't approved it, but they said that we
They
can
can't
do
stop
it.
you.
And they a year or so ago they put a moratorium on.
What does that mean?
That means they won't stop anyone from growing veggies on the nature strip.
Okay,
But
so-
they're writing a policy.
You heard it first here, folks. You can go and plant your veggies on the nature strip.
Yes, in Moreland now.
Yes.
And they're writing a policy in the
Yeah.
next couple of weeks, and so
Saying?
hopefully they're going to encourage more of it. I think
Okay.
they'll be supportive. I heard about a community composting thing from Moreland, and I had some compost bins out the back, so I thought I'll
Yeah.
put them on the nature strip so people can put compost bins here. So I put out two, and then the neighbour over the road said, "Oh, I've got some compost bins too, you can have them." And he gave me his compost bins.
And they're full, folks. Lots of green organic scraps in there to compost down. We've got lots of nitrogen. Look, there's even a worm there. He's trying to
There
escape.
is too.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Bit too hot in there for him, that's why. This is on the nature strip, folks. Now, you talk about living in a little unit. There's no garden in a unit.
Yeah.
Well, if there's 2 or 3 units on the one property, why don't you divide it into 3 sections and everybody's got their own little veggie garden going or fruit trees? What do you reckon?
And the best thing is, it's
Yeah.
the most social thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
All the neighbours, they all walk past and
Yeah.
they all want to chat. They all tell me, "Oh, that zucchini, someone's going to steal your
Yeah.
zucchini." And I said, "Do you want the zucchini? I got a lot out the back. You can have the zucchini if you
You leave
want."
a smile on their face because
Yeah.
they're excited because you're doing something nice
Yeah.
for them.
And the best are the little kids that like the berries. Oh, they're gorgeous. And they've never had a really fresh berry.
Yeah.
You know, you can't buy them in
Yeah.
the stores. And they come and eat a beautiful berry. Oh, the look on their face.
They come back looking for more the next time.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh,
Maresi.
mate, it's better than Maresi. We've got bikes for sale here, folks. We've got 6 of them. What are they? Melbourne Star?
They're all different sorts.
Now, you obviously don't own a car.
No, I don't own a car.
And you were involved in the Bicycle Victoria.
Yeah, I used to manage them for a
Yep.
while, and now I still do some bike projects here and there.
I've seen in the last few months the roads taken over by bike paths.
It's great, isn't it?
It's fantastic. Some roads have actually been converted to a completely bike path.
Yeah, it's
Some sort of laneways. you know.
usually it's where there's like a lane and a half of space,
Yeah.
so that half a lane really can't be used.
Yeah.
So either there's a lane, or Hayes Road, there's a lovely little bike path there that's
They've done a
separated from
good
the
job on
cars.
that one there.
I love that.
So
It's
that
my
gives
favourite
you
project.
That's yours?
Oh, well, not
Yeah,
mine.
part
but
of.
I had a lot to do
Yeah.
with pushing it through and getting it in. Yeah, it's
So
great
are you,
design.
are
I
you
think.
finding more and more people actually turning towards a bike?
Yeah, we had our big Super Tuesday count just yesterday.
Yeah.
I've got to process the numbers here, but all over Melbourne, especially in the inner areas.
Yeah.
And the thing that people in Moreland don't know is that the wind blows the right way. If you look on the Bureau Meteorology site, you get a northerly in the morning and a southerly in the afternoon, generally speaking. So you get blown into the city to work and you get blown home again. People don't know this.
I'm getting blown away here, folks. It's fantastic. Get yourself a bike today, sell your car. Check out the shed behind us, folks, full of wood in there, and he does his washing too.
Yep.
Yep, so you don't live in that one there, do you?
No, we don't live in there.
No, you live in that house there. And what's that up there?
That's the grow bed for the aquaponic system. We had the space and we had the deck and we thought, let's build something on top of it.
You haven't got enough grow beds at the front, have you?
No, we want more there too. Yeah, it's true.
All right, so how do you get up there? Seriously,
Come and I'll show you. Unclicks.
you got a ladder. Check it out. You got veggies growing on your roof there.
Yep.
It's actually producing better quality produce up here where there's more sunlight. It must be the solar panels. They're reflecting on there and giving the heat onto the veggies also. Beautiful parsley. What else have you got up here? Leeks, silver beet. You got some cabbage growing too. That's what it's all about. Aquaponics. Feed the fish, eat the produce. It's all about gardening on the roof, utilising the space. We've got vertical gardens. Hello.
Hello.
How you going? What a strong grip you've got. Your name?
Julia.
Julian. What nationality are you?
I'm German.
Yes, I can understand the grip. It's so strong. She eats lots of vegetables.
Yes.
Yeah. What's your favourite?
My favorite vegetable? Oh, it's a tough one.
Oh, fruit.
I like berries.
Yeah, you like berries? Like the ones at the front
I
driveway?
like boysenberries. I like the raspberries.
Yes.
Blueberries.
Okay.
Goji berries. You've got some goji.
You got
berries.
goji berry growing here. Is it fruited?
Yeah.
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 I've got for that.
Growing goji berries down here in Victoria. Well, don't worry about them up there because they're just admiring all the vegetables on the roof. You like them up there, folks? You're welcome. Check out your back garden. I love it. I love that real cottage sort of free flowing. You got the rope for the pathway there. You're using the old bark. So what do you got growing in here?
Here, a bit of everything. We've got some potatoes that
Yeah.
we've been digging up slowly. We've got some
Yep.
silver beet and some pumpkin,
Yep.
and we've got some lettuce, and we've just put in our winters. So we've got some
beetroot.
and some broccoli and some Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, and behind here?
Here is some leek, and we're letting a few go to seed, and then we've got
Strawberries growing
a
everywhere.
lot of strawberries everywhere.